Hello? Hello? There was, at one point, I don't know how many adherents, 4, 8, 7, 3 adherents. At some point, there was 1 adherent. There was 19 adherents. There was 24, 27. You had 34. At 36 adherents, we sat for months on end. So what are you going to say about those 36 first adherents? Where were their names recorded? How would we know who they are? Could they communicate to us? Could they just drop their names? Even if it would be privately, if you have to do it privately, or you could do it the other way where you broadcast it everywhere. If you're a true adherent, what are you scared of? The dog is saying, how do we know? We're up to 89 adherents. Someday it's going to blow up. There's going to be 45,000 adherents. We won't know who the fuck these guys are. The first 89, we had a chance. We could have known who those guys were. We could have answered. They could have been like the board of directors. They could have been the first ones to recognize. They're like the initial investors in the stock, whatever you would say. These first 89 adherents, if they could put their names down publicly with their email addresses, we're never going to communicate with them. This is the Banksy operation. We're anonymous. You're not getting nothing from us. But you could be recognized every single time. And every time there was a post you made, whenever you say a comment, we would have to read it and fucking whatever, comprehend, give it a little credence. Just remember what we said. Those first 89, this is our year of the Lord. I think they said ought. It's zero's ought. Ought 1, it's the January 26, 23. We had 89 adherents on this day. These 89 adherents should be appreciated as the first buyers in, the first ones to say, hey, could you believe this shit? It's like a comic strip with, a little more flourishes. It's like the Family Circus, only it was more what you would say demented, or I guess just demented. That's a good way to put it. It would be a best way to say it's like Family Circus, only a really fucked up, demented Family Circus. And that would be, the first 89 adherents could say, they could sew that on a quilt or a badge, a crest. The adherents could put on somewhere they would remember, yeah, we were the first ones, and they characterized it in those days as demented. It became something much better. Smell the roses. It was like wine and vinegar and jelly and sugar and every other thing with a little horse manure and a rump, so 2 or 3 different rumps. It was a rump of roast. It was a beautiful young lasses, whatever you say. No one's even worrying about it. So don't worry about it. It doesn't matter.